In this notes question, we need to emphasize the aim of the research study. And when it comes to research studies on this test, there's really 4 things that they could ask you about, that they can ask you to emphasize or explain or otherwise address. And the first one, as we see in this question, is the aim of the research study or the goal of the study. And that is what the researchers intended to do when they started their work. Now, it's important to note what they intended to do and what they actually accomplished are not necessarily the same, right? They may accomplish their goal, they may answer the question they set out to answer, or they may fail to do so, or they may determine or discover something new that they didn't expect. So while the aim or goal is where they started, the initial motivation for the study, it may differ from the conclusions. Next thing they can ask you about is the method of the study, so how it's done, how the data is collected, where it's collected, when it's collected, what tools or techniques are used, right? All about how do you collect this data in order to try to address the goal or meet the aim. Next point that they can ask about is results. So once we've collected the data and analyzed the data, what do we learn from those results? We can also add conclusions here. Right? What do we conclude? Do we accomplish the goal? Do we confirm or deny the hypothesis? Or do something unexpected come out of the research? But that's where we get the research and conclusions, which again can differ from the aim or goal. And then finally, we have significance. So what is the significance of the study? So not only within the discipline, so within the field of biochemistry, why is this study important? How does it further research aims or different approaches to certain questions? So you could have sort of disciplinary significance and it's something broader like world significance. What is the application of this to technology? How can this help groups of people? How can this help humanity in general? Like, what's the big picture, right? More so than just the scientific value, but even social value is mixed in as well. And that's all about significance. So be careful to focus on what they're asking about, right? Are they asking about the aim or the methods or the conclusion, the significance, and make sure you're delivering what they're looking for. And that's what we see in some of these choices here. They don't quite give us the aim. Now, choice A, though, gives us the aim. Researchers wanted to know, kind of that sense of it, that language of intentionality there, wanted to know if woodland expansion is related to changes in climate. And as we always do with these questions, we just read the question first. Don't really worry about the bullets initially. Evaluate the choices, see which choices are even plausible, and then fact check and make sure if you're going to pick, say, A, that it's in the bullets. And in this case, it is. It's really referencing this bullet here. So A is looking good. Choice B, on the other hand, thanks to their work, we now know that droughts may have played a role in woodland expansion. I mean, you could argue this is results. You could argue it's significance. I mean, either way, it's not intention. It's not the aim or the goal. It's what they found, the results of what they did. Same thing with C. C is also more about results. So here is what they've determined. They have found this association between growth and dry intervals, not about the aim. And then finally, they analyzed the core samples from oak trees on a site that was not wooded in the past, indexing the age of the trees with historical climate data. This is method. This is what they did. This is how they collected their data. It's not the aim. And so best answer here is A.